What's up? It's your girl Riley Reviews, and we are back with another live video. Um, just give me a minute because I want to make sure.
And we are back with another.
Okay, yeah, we're on. So I just wanted to make sure everything was good with the sound and everything. So, welcome to Riley Reviews. It's your girl Riley, and we are back with another live video. Now, as you guys already know, like I said in my previous upload, if you already watched that, I'm with family. I'm traveling right now, so I'm not able to do content the way I normally do it. And if you guys might hear some sound in the background as well, like I said, I'm with family and I'm watching kids. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I want to go ahead and get into it. I'm not sure if I'll keep this up because like I said, I'm getting used to going on live, so I'm still trying to learn how to like navigate through these things. So we're just going to be talking about the topics. I'm just going to be going over the things that's going on in the media. So yeah, this might be a lengthy one. This definitely might be a lengthy one. So I just want to go ahead and get into it. So we're gonna get into all of the people that I have on my thumbnail, which I believe was MeganTheStallion, Cardi B. And this kind of happened earlier with Cardi B going on a rant. It did actually that kind of started yesterday. I did see a tweet where her Cardi's sister Hennessy was responding to a fan, and she was kind of subliminally or indirectly talking about Milagro Grams. If you was to ask me, that's who I think that she was referring to. So that's why I got them up there as well. And I was on Armand's space. Milagro was up there as well, and they kind of touched on it a little bit. A lot of people felt like Cardi during her rant that she was talking about them, which we're also going to be getting into. Who else we had? Who else did we have on it? Sexy Red. We're gonna get into that. Ice Spice and Quavo, MeganTheStallion alleged sex tape, and I think that's about it. And if we run into some things, then we'll talk about it as well. But yeah, that's what's really going on. I wonder if we should just get into the juicy things. I wonder if we should just dive right into Cardi B. I think I want to dive right into that and then just like get into the other things. I like just getting it out the way first. So I'm gonna go ahead and shift over here to who is this? She Loves to Gossip channel, and she had a recording of the spaces that Cardi was on. So I want to go ahead and get into that. And Cardi just seems, it's like she's pretty much indirectly speaking to, if you was to ask me, I did watch a little bit of it now. I did watch a little bit of it, and I didn't fully get into it. But if you was to ask me during Cardi B's rant, I definitely feel like she wasn't. I feel like she was talking to Milagro Grams. Not more so Armand, but a lot of people think that it's Armand. But I definitely feel like she was talking about Milagro because earlier Milagro had did a live. She was on. Usually she does a live, and she was on there early. But her live has kind of been like at random points, during the day. But I definitely feel like she was talking about her. But my sentiments on it, my thoughts on it is that, like Armand and Milagro, they both kind of get into the same commentary, and they both speak about celebrities just the same. So when she was referencing like, oh, you get up so early in the morning to do this, and you guys will see what I'm talking about, but I feel like that's their job to do it. Like they are people that report on the news and things that are trending. So if you're trending and things of that sort, I mean, they're just doing their job. So it's really not a dig. And I just wish that Cardi B going out on rants is not something unusual, but I wish she would just like pay other people, celebrities or influencers dust when they do their job, because not saying that you can't respond, but you it just comes off as targeting, like like I feel like she doesn't really like them, like personally. I feel like it's more of a personal thing. And Milagro and Hennessy was going back and forth where they get going back and forth yesterday. So that's also a thing. So that's why I feel like she was majority talking about Milagro rather than Armand. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I did watch some of it. That's why y'all see that. So hopefully you guys could hear. She's talking about Tasha K. She's definitely talking about Tasha K, in my opinion. Are y'all serious? Was Milagro? Hold on. Was Milagro even posting at 8:30 in the morning? Because that's really gonna be very telling if um if that's who she was referring to. And I definitely feel like Cardi was mentioning Milagro. And we're also going to be getting into that too. Let me see. I don't know if it's really even gonna say anything. Let's get back to it. I just wanted to give the video some time to catch up because you know. Oh, yeah, I don't want to listen to this if it's gonna be going like that. I don't like that. I don't even know why it's doing that. Um, we're probably gonna have to touch on to our next and our next topic because I don't like that. I don't like that it's skipping like that. So we might as well not even go ahead and get into that. Oh, y'all see me right here? Oh, that's so cute. Um, all right, let's see. Um, yeah, we'll probably get back into that. And they were also on Spaces as well. I'm gonna get into our other topics. I don't know why this is laggy so much. Like I said, I'm literally in the mountains right now. I'm visiting family. I'm in PA right now, so y'all just gonna have to excuse me and the interruptions because this is mad crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into Ice Spice. Now I had saved a couple of things. This is the first video I seen. So Ice Spice and Quavo. How do we feel about it? How do we feel about it? Um, yeah, this was an interesting link up. I don't know exactly the details on this was. Like I don't know if like they're working together. I don't know if they were just so happened to be at the same spot or whatever. As we see, they did interact with each other as well. Um yeah, so I'm not mad at it. Cleopatra, no, I keep saying Cleopatra. Cleotrapa, and I really wish she would just like rebrand, especially with her name, because every time I always mention her, I'm always saying Cleopatra and then have to correct myself. So Quavo and Ice Spice, they were seen linking up. Um, and Cleopatra, she also showed some pictures as well with them linking up. Ice Spice looks really cute. Ice Spice looks really cute. Cleopatra looks beautiful as always. Here's another picture with them together. Yeah, a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people in the comments saying that how she was trying to. They was kind of linking this to Nicki Minaj as well, which was like mad weird. Like we understand that Nicki and Quavo, like they had their little thing, which really wasn't that serious. But a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people in the comments trying to attach Nicki Minaj to this somehow, and I don't even kind of get that. Like they could have just been well enough like working together or just so happen to be at the same place. I don't know because the industry is really, really small. So a lot of people be attached to a lot of different people in the industry. So I don't know exactly what's going on there, but that was a really interesting link up if you was to ask me. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is like a PR thing or whatever the case may be. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Can you guys see Ice Spice and Quavo like linking up like that? Now, Ice Spice does, I think she did say that she was dating. A lot of people feel like she's dating her producer, Riot. And I think that's another reason why Riot is on a lot of her projects. I feel like that's another reason why her music is not um, progressing or showing any growth because she still choose to work with Riot. So that's like another thing people are kind of like speculating on. So yeah, we don't know. We don't know. But if you was to ask me, I feel like Ice Spice is definitely doing a lot of things. I feel like Ice Spice is doing a lot of things that she doesn't normally do, because usually she's behind the scenes. She'll let people talk or whatever, but it just seems like once she had got exposed from her best friend that she still hasn't came out to, came out to speak on. And that's why a lot of people believe that is true because she didn't downplay the allegations that she said that she had did. Um, so I feel like Ice Spice is doing a lot of things. Like my last video, we just let's see, do I still have it here? Yeah. So on my last video, Ice Spice was she just seems to be pandering at this. For me, I definitely feel like she's still like pandering because I did say this in my last video. She has shared a clip behind the scenes and she was listening to her behind the scenes footage of her Y2K album cover shoot. And you guys could hear Nicki Minaj playing in the background, so I feel like that was just her trying to attach it to it. Like it, and it's like I definitely feel like this is pandering because it's not like she's not on the internet, so she knows exactly what's going on, or her team knows exactly what's going on. So if she was to read the room, then you wouldn't be she wouldn't be moving this way. Honestly, if I was her, I would be promoting my song. Like, didn't she just come out with a song? Give Me the Light. So that would have been playing in my background and would have posted it. But for her to come out with Nicki, it just comes off as pandering to me. Nothing about that seems genuine. She could very much so, be listening to Nicki, but just reading the room and just knowing what's been going on and how a lot of the barbs feel about her, that's not something that I would even, you know, get onto. Now, also like things like this, like she had took a picture with her on the toilet. Um Now I don't. Is that her bare? Is that her bare? What you call it? I don't know. But this was her. She popped out in that Alexander Wang fashion show last night. Um, in the bathroom break. Yeah. It just seems like a lot of things that Ice Spice and the way that she has been moving has just been really performative. And it just comes off as really performative as is how she normally does and how she normally moves. Ice Spice is kind of like behind the scenes, so we really don't see her out like that. So a lot of these moves and like the link ups and her on the toilet and sharing stuff like that, the pandering, it just comes off as PR moves to me. It just comes off as, oh, I need to get my name out there. And yeah, I'm just not liking how Ice Spice is moving right now, to be honest with you. I'm really not. Um, who else I want to get into? But let me know how you guys feel about that. Definitely let me know how you feeling about that. And who else I want to get into? Um, I guess we can get into Megan Thee Stallion. So let's go ahead and get into Megan Thee Stallion. Now, a lot of people were, well, not a lot of people, but there was an alleged S tape going around of Megan Thee Stallion, and she kind of acknowledged it. She did acknowledge it. Let me see. I think I saved it, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. See. I think I didn't. I think it was on a shade room, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was on a shade room. Yeah, it was definitely on a shade room. There's been some things going on, child. Some things going on. All right. So this was Megan's response to her alleged sex tape. She says, "It's really sick how y'all go out of y'all way to hurt me when you see me winning. Y'all going so far, fake ace. Just know today was your last day playing with me, and I mean it." Um, so that was her response to her alleged X tape. And I ain't gonna hold you. I did watch the video, see what was going on. Cause I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't even think that is. I mean, I feel like it's not far reach. If you was to ask me, I don't think it's far of a reach for S tape to be coming out about making it sound, because we are in the digital age where a lot of things are recorded and it can be, but I don't feel like Megan Thee Stallion is the type of person to have a alleged S tape leak like that, you know, to be to just be out like that. I mean, I feel like if we was to get it, I feel like we would have got something like that when she first had came out, rather than her later into her career. I feel like that would have definitely been out if it was ever a S tape out. Like that would have been out rather than. So that's really my thoughts on that. Um, Also, a lot of people are also talking about. A lot of people are also talking about how Megan Thee Stallion. Let's just go back over here. I could just probably get over here quicker. About Megan Thee Stallion and her sold out show that doesn't appear to be sold out. Since we're on that topic, yeah. So this was a video that was shared, and it was another video that was shared as well. So as you guys can see, the auditorium. Now, a lot of people saying this was an auditorium. It does look like an auditorium if you was to ask me. I don't think that is an arena tour. A lot of people are saying that how she was only showing the arenas rather than the auditoriums. There was another video going viral as well. But this is kind of going viral. Um, not I'm Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Not her talking about herself, but yeah. So a lot of people was like, this was going viral, and some people said like in the background you could hear somebody telling her to turn it off, to turn the camera off. But a lot of people saying that Megan's fan had pretty much exposed her and her sold out tour that's not really sold out, and that was getting exposed as well. So yeah. In other Megan news, let's move on to this. She says, my new album Megan drops 6/28, which is coming out what? Yeah, later on this month. Um so yeah, I think this is another alternative cover to her upcoming new album. I feel like she shared this because Megan Thee Stallion got a lot of flack of her original cover, which was this one, as you guys see right here. We did speak about this. I did share my thoughts on that. So if you guys want to know my thoughts on it, then in my last video on what I said, then definitely go to my last video. But yeah, I definitely feel like this one's a little bit better. A little bit better. Besides this, the neighborhood talk logo, of course, because they gotta put their stamp on everything because it's their site. But I feel like that one is a little bit. I do like this one rather than the one that she had put out. So yeah. Um, I think that's all I wanted to speak about Megan Thee Stallion. I think that's all was going on with her. And I did say this. Now she did had to reschedule due to the NBA finals. Scheduling her show at one of the dates she was going to be performing at. But that's not really news. I'll be honest with you. So yeah, let's get into Sexy Red. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get into Sexy Red. So this is Sexy Red and Chief Keef. Now, I've been seeing them out on the internet. I think they had worked together before. I think she was on a project on she was featured on one of his projects, or he was featured on one of hers. But yeah. So these pictures was going viral, and I felt like this was interesting to point out because she had already said how her baby daddy, or her recent baby daddy, not the one that's in jail, but one of her recent baby daddies had come out and kind of like knocked her. She said that her baby daddy had knocked her upside her head because I guess she was playing on his head top or whatever, by doing whatever she did with I don't remember that story, but I remember a little bit of it, but I can't remember it verbatim. So quote me if I'm wrong, but I remember she did say that one of her baby daddies had, which I believe is a recent one because I think the current one is in jail, like I said, well, incarcerated. So I definitely feel like she was talking about her recent child's father was going upside of her head because of the relationship that these two have. And if you was to ask me, yeah, it's very much giving this is my man. Was she saying that, oh, this is just my brother? Let's just go ahead and go into that. She was talking about, oh, this is just my brother, this is how we play. Let's get into that. Yeah, all I could say is that I hope Sexy Red set boundaries with her child's father, or because I don't want her to get knocked upside her head again if that's the case. Because her playing like this on the internet, talking about, oh, it's my brother, and like you with your child's father and stuff like that, then um yeah, I definitely would hope that she's not playing like in his face like that, being that she has, like, I can only just go based off what she has said. And she already said once that he had went upside her head because how she was playing on the internet with Chief Keef. So her just doing this, like, I just hope that she don't get knocked upside her head again, or had set boundaries so that situation would like happen again. But yeah, we're just gonna hope for the best. I feel like it's definitely looking more than her brother. But you never know. You never know. Yeah. We just gotta pray for the best, because I definitely don't want her being knocked upside her head because she playing around like that. So yeah. Um, Something else I wanted to get into as well. Who else was we getting into? All right, so we touched on Ice Spice and Quavo, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion as well. Can we get back into this Cardi B thing? I really want to get back into this Cardi B thing, because I felt like that was like real. That was tea. I feel like that was tea. Hopefully it plays. But if not, if it's still lagging, then I'm not gonna get back into it. Cardi has a lot, like it's just so funny. Like she be trying to clock people about like the way that they do things, but you're talking about bloggers whose that's their job. That is literally their job, to report on the news. You can't pick and choose, and it's so crazy, and it's so hypocritical to say, because two of her best friends in the industry, Jason Lee and Ken Barbie, are the same people that does the same thing that the people that you're shading of. Like, make it make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me, because if you're gonna get on about other people reporting on you, then what do you really think about the people that you're associated with, aka Ken Barbie and Jason Lee, about who they talk about? They get up, they do the same thing. They get up early in the morning, they start reporting on the news. So it's like you can't. I just feel like she tries to steer the narrative, or just like not steer the narrative, but control the narrative about about certain bloggers that choose to report on her, because it doesn't favor her in a good light. And it's like you have to pick and choose. Just be like everybody else and not even respond to it. I'm not the type of person to say like who you should respond to and this and that. But at the same time, we gotta call a spade a spade. You know? If you feel a type of way about Milagro and Armand, in their commentary on you because it doesn't favor you as of recently. You guys already know my sentiments towards Armand and his commentary when it comes to Cardi B, and it's not favoring her in more of a light. So I think that's another reason why she tries to come at Armand because it's his commentary doesn't favor her, doesn't favor Cardi B. You could definitely tell the shift in Armand's commentary when it comes to Cardi B. Because usually he just been blowing bubbles up her ass. If he was to ask me, definitely blowing bubbles up, and it's just not doing the same thing as it used to. So now that you're not trying to, now that he's not blowing, bubbles up your ass, then it's like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and throw you under there and just put him on blast too. But you can't control the narrative. She can't. It's just not making sense. It's not. Oh shit. Okay, let's get back to it. Oh, she's definitely shading Milagro. She's definitely shading Milagro. You could not tell me that she wasn't there. Because, first of all, a lot of people felt like she was talking about Armand and Milagro. Now, who was going back and forth with Hennessy, quote unquote? A lot of people thought that that wasn't Hennessy real page, but it actually was. I'm not sure, but I feel like it actually was Hennessy's page. But I definitely feel like she's talking about who's the person that be on station head for one. So, and then for two, she's talking about like, oh, you're hitting up like with Twitter and stuff like that, which Milagro definitely be on. I definitely feel like she's talking about Milagro. But if she was bold enough and talking about you gonna speak about a bitch directly, go ahead and at her. And this was so funny as well because I also gotta did I think I saved this too. I think I did save it too. I was trying to find that live, um, well, the spaces that they had on today, and I started recorded a little bit, but yeah, it's so funny because Milagro actually had jumped on Cardi B's space, and she claims that as soon as she had jumped on the space, that Cardi B hopped off. Isn't that funny? And she actually requested, and then she ended it. That's really telling. That is really telling. Um, yeah, I definitely feel like she was talking because Armand doesn't even be on. He doesn't even be on Station Head like that. Now, after he's finishing, like after he's done with a topic and he's speaking on YouTube and he does his lives on YouTube, he'll usually go to Station Head or Spaces. But 9 times out of 10, he'll go on Spaces then Station Head. If he was to ask me, now I'm not saying that he doesn't just go on Station Head, but that's I feel like that's Armand's last resort. So being that Milagro was going back and forth with Hennessy, which is Cardi B's sister. She be on Station Head. I definitely feel like she was talking about, Cardi B. So it was just funny how she didn't even respond or let her talk. And I don't even think that Milagro won't even go. I mean, Cardi B want to go back and forth with Milagro. Actually, she does. Actually, she does. Which is the crazy thing about it. She kind of does. Because engagement, like I said, engagement adds up. You know, engagement adds up, and it definitely turns into revenue. So saying that, oh, you're not getting shit by talking about, they do just like her friends Ken Barbie and Jason Lee. I mean, call a spade a spade. That's their job. That's literally their job. Like the fuck. But you're on live, sick as hell, responding to people when you should be using the time to be getting better. Talk about priorities. I think I had enough of that. What's Nicki Minaj trending for? It's over. See what's going on with Nicki. Yeah, enough of that. I really had enough of that. Another for the record for the highest grossing concert by a female rapper in history with um, true. Yeah, love we love you Megan was also trending as well. Nicki Minaj in her 20s. Never won a Grammy, got a number one, graduated college. Nigga did all of that. So why do they have to bring Nicki Minaj in? It's just like let her stand by herself. Like you know you wouldn't be getting the engagement if you didn't acknowledge Nicki Minaj, which is crazy to me. Um, yeah, that's sad. What else did I want to get into? Right now, I'm just bullshitting as well. I did want to get into this as well. With JT and Sukiyana, which I don't even think that was like really worth even talking about. But I guess we can get into it because I did save it, so I did see some type of worth about it. I guess JT's out there doing her thing, and she was just currently out there performing. Was it SNL on Jimmy or no, not SNL? I think it was Jimmy Kimmel Live with her and Dochi, and I was really surprised. There's a lot of people out there was singing along to JT's part. Um, so yeah, I felt like that was a good look and surprising to see. Now, as we already know, JT and Sukiyana have both released diss tracks to each other. So I guess let's go ahead and get into Sukiyana response, like at the aftermath about her, about why she had did what she did. So I want to get into that. I think she got into it more. I feel like this was more of um a cutout version, or they definitely edited because she did get into a little bit more detail on why she actually dissed JT, which I believe she has said you guys could just like go to the maths, or who's this math Hoffa, he's on YouTube as well, so you guys can go look for yourself. But I believe she did say that she had released a diss track against her because she didn't clear it up, and she did. I remember her saying that. Well, she didn't have to actually clear it up, but she did ended up clearing up. Well, JT didn't clear it up, but she was just like Sukiyana was just like, well, she didn't really have to clear it up, but then changed her sentiment. So yeah, I just felt like that was just like mad weird. I didn't feel like I didn't feel like JT had to clear it up because I definitely feel like Sukiyana used that to her advantage, because JT was getting a lot of light. Her song just got on Billboard, and I like how JT approached it because, bitch, if I'm gonna address you, I'm gonna address you. I'm gonna put a, and I like how she added on a third verse to her song. Okay, I'm gonna address you that way, profit off of it. As if we get, instead of just making a whole beat, whole thing, and then just like take shine away from her song that had recently came out at that time. So I definitely feel like that was a chess move towards on JT's part. So I'm gonna get into this. Right. You make some money off of this, which I definitely feel like that was a chess move. Okay, so that was pretty much JT's response on why she dissed Sukiyana the way that she did. She kind of addressed that on Keisha Kayor's podcast or whatever. Um, One of her responses was, "I didn't even hate her enough to go that far," and it really didn't seem like that deep, you know. I didn't feel like JT should have even cleared it up, but the shoe had fitted, so I could definitely see why Sukiyana wanted a response from JT. Um, but if I was JT, I don't even think that I would have responded. To be honest with you, I don't even think that I would have responded. I don't. Bitch, if the shoe fits, it fits. I mean, like you could have hit me up behind the scenes instead of asking me publicly, and that's why I feel like Sukiyana wanted um light. I definitely feel like Sukiyana just wanted the public to know, because like I understand you address me publicly because I feel like that should have been handled behind the scenes, you know. But I could also see it was just like, well, this is a song where the public is gonna think that, so why don't I just address you publicly? So I could see both sides of it. But if I was Sukiyana, I'd been like, well, bitch, was this towards me? Like, I need you to clear it up. Like, what's going on? I could see both sides. I could definitely see both sides. Last but not surely, yeah, we're just going over like a little bit of things right now. I think I touched on everything that I really wanted to speak on in this video as far as Cardi B, and I didn't even really get into the whole Cardi B going off on Armand and Milagro because um the video was like mad laggy. But if you was to ask me, I definitely feel like she was talking about Milagro Grams because Milagro was going back and forth with Hennessy, which is Cardi B's sister. So I definitely feel like that's who she was addressing. But Cardi B would not address Milagro directly. If you was to ask me, I definitely feel she does not want that smoke. And as you guys can already see, I have brought up where Milagro actually got on one of Cardi B's spaces, and it seems like as soon as she had got on her spaces, and Milagro had actually requested to speak to Milagro, is when Cardi B had actually got off of spaces. So that was kind of like really telling to me as well. And I don't even think we're going to be getting a back and forth between Cardi B and Milagro because I don't feel like Cardi B wants that smoke, and I don't feel like she wants to go back and forth with her as well. We spoke about Ice Spice and Quavo, so you guys will just have to just catch the replay. We did definitely get into that. I'm not sure if it's just PR. Like I said, the industry is really small, so I'm not sure if these two could be actually linking up with each other to like for music, or they just happen to be at the same place. I'm not sure. So yeah, we touched on that a little bit as well. So definitely catch the replay on that. We talk about Megan Thee Stallion and her alleged her seats not being sold out. Well, I shouldn't be saying alleged because it did seem like that shit was kind of empty. But yeah, it did seem like she got exposed, and it didn't look like her arena. So we also spoke about that, her alleged X tape and things of that sort, which I said I had seen, and I don't think that it was real. To be honest with you, I don't even think that that was real because I felt like if something like that was to come out about Megan Thee Stallion, it would have came out a lot sooner in her career than as of now, where she's kind of already established. So I definitely feel like that was kind of like AI generated and things of that sort. So we did touch on that. Um, who else? Sexy Red and Chief Keef. We spoke on that as well. Like I said, I hope Sexy Red is safe and she's playing her cards right so she don't get knocked up and upside her head like she had said that her baby daddy had did because she was playing on his head top. So we're just gonna send out our prayers to Sexy Red and hopefully she doesn't get knocked upside her head top by her baby daddy, you know? Especially because like this type of behavior, yeah, bitch, yeah, that type shit will get you definitely knocked upside your head if you playing on the nigga head top. It's yeah, F all that. Like we just gonna have to pray for Sexy. We're just gonna have to pray for Sexy. She's saying that's her brother, but I feel like yeah, it's a little bit more than that, girl. Especially with the hand on their neck. Yeah. We know. This is just more Ice Spice and Quavo and Cleopatra. That was just more pictures. We spoke about Megan Thee Stallion, and I know I'm kind of going all over the place, but I'm just going off of like everything that I spoke about. So yeah, we spoke about Megan album cover as well. This is her alternative album cover rather than one that she did come with. Like I said, I feel like that one was a little bit better than the first one she had released as well. We spoke about JT and Sukiana back and forth and their sentiments about that. Let's also get into this. Before we leave, I want to get into Nicki Minaj, and she had recreated her iconic, iconic getting on the plane on a sold out show. All right. So yeah, that was pretty much that. Nikki still looks the same, and she's still doing her thing. I'm definitely going to her second leg US tour because I didn't get the chance to catch the second one due to unforeseen circumstances. So yeah, I definitely got to go ahead and catch the second leg to that one. Let's see what else is going on before I leave. I want to see what else is going on. I really don't want to get into a lot of my personal stuff. The baby, Chris Brown. It's into Chris Brown. Out here showing it. Yeah, Chris Brown is still doing his thing, baby. Okay. He's still doing his thing. I definitely feel like he's one of the best to ever do it as well, as far as like male performances and things of that sort. So, did y'all see the thing going viral about him with with his fans and him taking pictures. I like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. But to guarantee, a shot with Chris Brown, I don't know. If I had some money to spend like that, I probably would do it my damn self. I ain't gonna hold you. No, I'm lying. I'm not. What else can we get into? We spoke about Megan, Sierra. This was cute. This is so crazy. How like look at the that's the after. Hold on, where's the before? And this is the before. That's crazy. You can definitely tell she still got like that baby face. But yeah, that was crazy. I love that. I love that she actually did this a recreation to her. It's her debut album, Goodies. I don't know. That was her debut album. I felt like that was so cute. Like that whole recreation was crazy. Like dang, like I came. I think I came. I was in middle school when it had came out. I'm really telling my age right now, but yeah, that shit was crazy to me. Who else can we get into? I don't want to get into like my personal thing because I'm still like on my personal, you know. What they got on the neighborhood talk? I'm really just BSing right now. I really am BSing right now. Oh snap! Relax, relax. Um, I don't be getting to none of the. I'm not into baddies like that. It's just like I really can't get into it. It's just not for me. Um, just more baddies. Megan Thee Stallion. We went over that. Um, Megan Good and I don't even know this guy name as well. Let me see. That's Halloween. Oh, Jonathan Majors. Okay. Um, yeah. I don't really report on um actors and actresses like that. So that's another thing. Let's talk about this. Let me see. JT says sexy messing it up for the rest of us. Um oh, so JT had commented under the photo. She said, "This is why ninjas don't believe us when we say ninjas is the bros." What she say? Effing it up with us. As soon as I feel like as a woman, as soon as you call, I wouldn't even call a guy like my bro. Like, oh, like this is my bro. Stuff like that. Even like my male friends, I wouldn't call this my bro. But like, oh, this is my friend for such and such years. Just to set the tone, because as soon as you be telling guys, oh, this is my bro, ninjas don't already be believing. They do not be believing. I guess we could talk about Rihanna. So a lot of people felt like this was Rihanna in a wig, and it looks like it's not. Like, okay. Even they were talking in caption, they said Riri said it's never given wig. I don't even think Rihanna's hair was that long, to be honest with you, and that's really like no shade. There's nothing wrong with women having short hair. I do feel like it's crazy to be having all that, to be having the whole beat on while getting your hair shampooed like that. I'm just thinking about, you know, what is like how your hairline in the in the face is gonna be looking after that. I think that's just like the OCD in me, but yeah. I feel like I always love Rihanna in short hair. I always loved her in short hair. Let's see what else is going on. It's not really much else that was going on today. I think we got into I think we pretty much got into everything that I wanted to get into. Um, I did hear that Kendrick Lamar is supposed to be performing on Juneteenth with DJ Mustard. So I'm going to be looking out for that. Oh, how did you guys feel about Bia and her song? Was it Lighthouse? I'm not sure, but I think it had to do something with lights. All right, I don't want to get copyrighted, but she was a. I think this was going to be a, what do you call it? Part of the soundtrack, the Bad Boy soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I did hear about some things about that. I feel like this was a cool song. I definitely feel like this was a cool song. Um, I have to listen. I have to listen to it more to really give an opinion. It seems kind of like mellow. Like for some reason, like with BM, I'm not gonna hold you. Like even though I definitely feel like B is a good rapper, she just like really mad boring to me. I just find myself going to sleep, and I guess that's because like especially like with female rappers, it just seems like they have to have some type of controversy or something to go on to get to like really grasp the people, you know. And it's not like you necessarily need that, like the controversy, because I feel like I said, I feel like even Ice Spice is kind of like that. Like she kind of does come off boring. She didn't really have a lot of stuff going on except her connections to bigger A-listers. Like when she first came out, you seen her connected to Drake, and then you see later on seen her connected to Nicki and then Taylor Swift. So I feel like a lot of people was really interested into seeing Ice Spice and how her career was going based off of the people that she was affiliated with. Um so I'm not saying that you really have to have any controversy, but just like we could see with Bia, like when she had a collaboration with Nicki Minaj, just when she already had a thing popping off her. I can't even give that to just Nicki Minaj because she did have that whole lot of money thing going on. But it did seem like once she had got that collaboration with Nicki as well, that's when a lot of people started paying attention to her. And then she did have a collaboration with Cole as well. So that was a thing too. So yeah, B is just like mad. She's really kind of boring to me if you was to ask me. But we'll see. We gotta we'll just gotta see. Let's see. Sukiana posts and deletes a clip of Lil Uzi Vert. I'm weak. If Suki did that, that is man funny. That is funny. Like now you're just taunting that girl. Hopefully JT doesn't respond. She doesn't need to respond. Hopefully hopefully she doesn't respond, girl. Cause what? Oh, Suki is unserious for me. I cannot take her serious. I really cannot. Oh, this is the clip I was looking for when she was talking about her song. Okay, let me see if she says something different. The shoe fit. could definitely see where Suki was coming from. I don't feel like, just like I said, in diss track towards JT, being that really wasn't that serious if you was to ask me, but I could definitely see both sides to both stories. So being that Sukiana had released that diss track and things of that sort towards JT, it was just like, it just came off as a, all right, I'm just gonna gather it. It comes off as a PR, off as press to me, if you was to ask me. But those are really much like my sentiments on it. It didn't really seem like, a lot to really be getting into. But I think that's everything that I wanted to speak on. I'm not even sure if I'll keep this up, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this up, to be honest with you, because this was definitely a long, lengthy live. I'm just chilling because I'm not able to really produce content how I would normally like to produce content, because, like I said, I'm with family right now, so I don't really want to get into all of that. But definitely catch the replay if you guys haven't already. That's pretty much it that I have for you guys. So, like I said, we'll be back to normal programming on my next videos, because I do have to leave on Tuesday. So I'll be going back to ATL on Tuesday, because that's where I stay at, and I'm visiting family right now. So we're definitely going to get back into my regular commentary, how I would normally do commentary. So definitely don't get used to these lives, because I be all over the place. And when y'all do catch me on live, so I do know it's a couple of y'all that do come and check out my lives as well. So definitely don't be scared to like hit me up in a chat or in the comments, because I'm never too good. Like I say, I'm never too good not to respond back. Like I'll be waiting. To be honest with you, I really be waiting. Like, I would like to go back and forth. I would like to interact with people that follow me. So definitely don't be scared to interact, because hey, it is what it is. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all. Definitely make sure that you guys like the video on your way out. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also share. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. And I will see you guys in my next one.